and one of my subscriber was asking me to prepare a video on industrial warehouse design, and this particular topic is very important for steel design also. So let's start this one. So I'm giving name as industrial warehouse. So you have seen for the mechanical assembly plants also, these kind of warehouse are very important. So if you are working on industry, then you will be getting those projects very frequently. So right now I will be doing some changes in the grid setting because of the size of my warehouse. So I will be increasing in x-axis as 16 meters and add. So my height of my warehouse is 7 meters, so you need to add like this. After that, select these two beams, right click, insert node, add node point, 5 meters. Okay, now select your entire structure and transitional repeat in Z direction, and number of steps I need are 8 with a spacing of 5 meter. I will link steps and make sure you click on open base. So this is a bit of my structure, but I need to make it more strong, so I need to add bracings. So to add bracings, you need to go for add beam, and you have to add bracing just like this on alternate. Now the same you have to do on the other side. So just to make it a bit convenient, just rotate from the top view and select the last row just like this, right click, new view, display the view in the active window, and now again go for the add beams. So this way you are adding bracings for the sides. Now bring back the entire structure. Now you have to add bracings on the top. So for that, orient your model like this and select the top structure, isometric view, right click, new view. Okay, and now you have to add bracings on the inclined part. So again go for that, add beams, so these are your top bracings. You see it from the top view. Bring your entire structure back. So your structure is being prepared, but as you have to assign your property to the steel structure, and all these structures for the column, beams and bracings will have different properties. So assigning the different properties to the different beams, columns and bracings, you need to find out a convenient way to assign it. Otherwise, if you go by the conventional method of applying and selecting each beam and column, it will take very long. So what we will do, we will define few groups and we will add one particular type of bracing, beam or column or the tapered one, in one particular group. So whenever we will be assigning the property to that particular group, it will be very convenient for us. So to do so, I am going to so we are going to tools and create new group, or the shortcut is Ctrl+Z. So the name of this group I am giving columns, and select type is beam. Okay, so all the columns I will be adding into this group. So for that, go for select beam parallel to y-axis and associate the selected geometry, associate, it will be showing in the list also, and beam assigned. Now create a new group. In that I am going for beams, and again go for type as beam. Okay, and in that just again select beam parallel to z-axis, associate. Now I will create one more group for side, and you cannot give space in between, so side bracing, type as beam. Okay, now you have to literally select all the side bracings using your console button, rotate your structure, and associate. Now create a new group for the top bracings, and type as beam. Okay, now for your convenience just select the top portion, create a new view. Okay, and top view. Now here you have to be a bit careful. So you see, these are your top bracings, and associate it. Now create one more group as tapered and beam. Okay, so again go for your top view and select only the tapered one using your console button. And associate. So all your groups have been created. Now you need to assign the properties. So for that you go for section database. So here we will be defining what type of section will be used for this steel warehouse for different portions. So the sections from here you can choose depending upon which country you want to work for or which standard you want to follow, which is like section standard you want to follow, sorry. So here I am going with the Mexican, and in the Mexican I am going for CE channels, and I am selecting so we are selecting this one, this one, and then OC pipes, this one, and then go for I shapes and C channels, and so these are the sections which we are going to use. So for the first one, I have to select by so go for select, by group name. So here I want to assign this property to my columns, so select your group and assign to selected beams, assign. Now I want to assign to my beams, so for that I am assigning this one. So go for beams, control deselect columns, so assign to the selected beams, yes. So now for taper type I am assigning this one and deselect beams, assign to selected beams, assign. Now for my top bracings I need to go for this one and deselect tapered, assign, and my side bracings I need to go for this one and assign. So now you see I'm closing it. If you want to have a better look, you can go for a 3D rendered view, and you can see here this is my 3D rendered view, and you can see this is my steel warehouse in a 3D rendered view. Let's just close it. So now I have to go for some port definition, so I am creating a new one, fix port, and select your nodes here, and assign. Now I have to define my load cases, so for that we are going to create different load cases here. First one is our dead load named as DD. Then we are going for live load and a wind load. So in my dead load I am adding a self weight and assigning it to view, and before I go for my live load I need to change my input units. So I'm coming back to input units and I want to change as kilograms. Okay, load cases. In live load I'm going to add a nodal load and Fy direction minus 50 kg. Add, just orient your model like this and select nodes and assign to selected nodes. Assign, before we go to wind load, we have to give a definition of that one, and go for add, wind load, add, our intensity is 100, height up to 7 meters, add, factor is 1. Now we are going to exposure, assign to view, and in wind load now we are going to add wind load, factor 1. Now you can assign maximum value from 4 to 7 meters. I will show you like what does that mean. So when I am going to, let's orient our structure like this. So this is going to apply on the tapered section of the warehouse. So if you do some changes in the maximum and minimum of the wind load, so you can go for edit, and now you see the changes which we are making in the structure. The moment, for example, if we are making minimum as 6 and maximum as 7, if we change, then you see it is starting from mid of the inclined part, and if let's say we are making as 5, so it's up to you how you want to calculate. So we are going to close. Now let's create some load case details, load combinations, define combinations, and let's say 0.9, add, so it is a combination. And now let's go for analysis and print. And analyze. Let's go to the post processing. Okay, so these are the results. So let's go for results and view values, beam results, maximum result, annotate. Now just had to have a better view, let's go for view, just go for select beam parallel to y-axis and view selected objects only, and you can see on each column what are the maximum values, deflections, graphs, whatever you want to see. Here you can see, and if you want to see annotation, maximum deflection, we are going to animate it. So okay, and even you can export some reports also, beam, material and section. So that's it from my end. Friends, if you like this video, please hit the like button and please make sure you share it with your friends. This will definitely motivate you. motivate me. And if you are stuck with some particular topic, you can always write it down in the comment section, and I will try to come up with a video for that particular topic. And just please support me by sharing this channel with your friends, engineers, whosoever is interested to learn it. Thank you so much. This is Jagbir Singh signing off for today. Jai India, Jai Bharat.